All right, a viewer's having a hard time because he sees his crush with a new guy. And it's a double whammy, I know, because here it is, you feel rejected, first of all, because not only did your crush not pick you, but she picked somebody else, and basically they're throwing it in your face. Not meaning to, but they are, because they're together, you're around them, you see them, and it's really hard. And I get that. I really get that. But you're going to have to distance yourself. You really are, because it's torture. I mean, hanging out with the two of them or with her, don't do it. Just don't do it, because, and I know you don't think so now, but at some point you are going to be looking at the relationship objectively. And you're going to be like, what? What did I ever see in her? And I don't know if this was just a crush or it was an actual dating situation. Probably never was a relationship yet, and you hoped it would be, and there's the problem. And people think, oh, well, if you never really did date, it doesn't hurt. Yeah, it does. It does. Because it's almost worse. You have a picture in your mind of how it would be if you dated this person, and that's blown up because you'll never get the opportunity to date this person. They've rejected you. But if you had the chance to date her, you might have found that she's a real person. Because right now you have this image of her as some kind of perfection, but when you really date somebody and you get to know them better, you find out they're real. They have flaws. And they're not this vision that you had of this perfection, because it doesn't exist, only in your mind. So, since you never had the experience of really getting to know her, you still have the image of her in your head. So, you see this image of this perfect person dating somebody else, which makes it even harder. So, distance yourself. Distance yourself. Try at all costs not to be in the same place at the same time with them or with her. And not forever, just for a while, until you can put some perspective on this. You can look at it objectively, like, what did I ever want to do with her? Because you'll have either met somebody new who really is a good fit. Because I know you look at it as a rejection, but you should look at it as, she's just not right for me. So say you have met the right person, and then you're going to look at her like, what? Or even if you haven't, you'll have progressed far enough along to look back at it and think, "Ah, this is just a silly crush. It really was." And that takes some distance. It really does. Time and distance. That is the only thing. Because right now you're too wrapped up in it. It just happened. You're heartbroken. You're upset. So you have to move on. And not to say that you shouldn't talk to her. Just wave and smile. Hi, how are you doing? How's work? How's classes? Great. Okay, bye. Nice seeing you. That's it. That is it. And that's if you have to run into her. If you don't, if you can avoid her at all costs, do it. At least for, I would say, 3 months. And then, like I said, you're going to have a whole new perspective on the whole situation. Because if you don't, if you force yourself to talk to her, to see her, to interact with her and him, it's going to take longer to get over the situation. Whereas if you just pull back a little and you take a break for a while and get to know new people and hone your acquaintances and follow your passion, join a gym, start doing something different, something you can pour your energies into positively, that you take your mind off of her. And I know you're hurt now, but it will go away.